Hi everyone, it's Lydia, aka Thoroughly Rigid, back at it again with another video. Okay, I'm short for time today, so we just gotta breeze through this, but let's talk about walking away from the mindset you gained from hurt feelings. Okay, what I mean by that is, okay, we go through experiences that, you know, wound us emotionally, and we develop mindsets that help protect us from experiencing such emotional pain again, okay? But it puts us in a trapped energy. While you think that you are protecting yourself from experiencing that thing again, you may not experience it externally again, but you are reliving it and replaying it over and over again, mentally and emotionally and energetically. You have not moved on. You're replaying it over and over again. You're still stuck in a loop, a constant cycle of hurt and pain and suffering, okay? And that keeps you from seeing the way out. So you think, oh, I never want to experience that again. Valid. But you are experiencing it every day. Every day you keep carrying it. And every day you keep trying to protect yourself against it externally. You are living it internally. Okay? It's with you all the time. And that doesn't do anyone any good. And that is counterproductive. Okay? And that counteracts the whole point of having whatever mindset you're holding to protect you against said trauma. Okay? A way to free yourself from emotional cycles is all in the perspective. It really is. If you are not prioritizing finding a way out of that emotional pain, then you're not going to find what you're not looking for, because your mind thinks that it needs to remember the pain in order to avoid it, because it's afraid that if it lets go of the pain, I don't know why that didn't sound right, if it lets it go, then it'll forget. And it believes that if it forgets the pain, then it'll experience it again. And it's important to remember what you've been through, but it's also important to acknowledge that you've already been through it. It's said and done. And you now have the choice to move on. It's now an option. It wasn't an option before, or it may have been, but regardless, you experienced it. You may or may not have had a choice, but it happened. But now you have the choice to keep looking back at the disappointment, at the pain, at the suffering, or to look forward to brighter days, a new opportunity for a fresh start, a clean slate. The choice is all up to you, but it starts with a perspective shift. Another belief that can keep you stuck is believing that things have to change externally in order for you to feel better. But by choosing to stay in this loop of fear, pain, suffering, overprotection, you're choosing pain. You're not choosing to feel better. You're not sending out the signal of, hey, I want to feel better. I actually want to feel good. I actually want to be happy. Yeah, you didn't choose to go through that. But now the choice is yours to either keep going through that and keep experiencing that internally on an internal level, or to choose differently internally, to shift your perspective so that you can have better outside of yourself as well. I think a lot of the times this topic is discussed in a very blamey way, like, oh, it's all to you, you're choosing to suffer. Nobody chooses suffering consciously. Nobody chooses that. And if they do, then that's a bigger problem that we're not talking about right now. Okay. Obviously, I'm talking about the people who are not choosing to suffer consciously, but subconsciously they are. Because they consciously think that they're protecting themselves. Instead of being like, I don't want that anymore, I never want to go through that again. Choose what you do want to experience. focus on that. And even if you can't see it yet, even if it takes time to develop, you already put that intention out. And so now internally, you're going to start experiencing how it feels to go to experience better, and how it feels to be happy, to be blissful, to be joyful. Thus, externally, you're going to seek and attract things that are going to reinforce that feeling. Instead of focusing on, I don't want that anymore, that disappointed me, that hurt me, you keep looking back. You're not seeing what's right in front of you, which is a fresh start. You keep looking over there. You don't want it, but you keep looking at it. Stop looking at what you don't want. Stop feeling how you don't want to feel. And it's not as easy. Again, don't misinterpret it as, oh, I'm just gonna forget that I ever, went through that. That doesn't help anybody, because yeah, your brain is right when it's like, if I forget, I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, it's right. But nobody's saying you have to block it out. You learned your lesson, move on. Move on, act differently, experience different. But it starts with your perspective shift. You're not just gonna forget what you went through, and you're not gonna just forget how it felt. You're not supposed to. But you're not supposed to consciously keep reminding yourself of it. You don't need to do that. What you need to be doing is reminding yourself that it's over and there are better days ahead. Okay, here is the final look. Yeah, I just wanted to discuss that briefly. Stop looking behind at what already happened, what you already went through, what you already survived, what you are now already healing from, and look forward to where it's brought you in a uplifting sense. Okay, now that that's over, you're stronger, you're wiser. You can choose differently now. You never have to go through that again, because now the choice is yours. Okay, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below whatever you want to say down there. Subscribe for more. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.